She runs over the child's foot. The guy jumps in to help. She was having trouble with the cart. I mean, everybody says that.
She ran over her baby's foot. She ran over her baby's foot with the cart, and the other guy had to come help. That guy better thank his lucky stars. He better thank his lucky stars. Or maybe after she left, she went and thought through her options. Who should I accuse? You know what? I know how Cobb County police do. They'll get the brown dude by the night. Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and members here on the channel. I am Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week, where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can throw them in the comments, or you can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I was unsure of whether or not this was a Racist of the Week or was it a Who Raised Y'all. I'm not entirely sure. And for that matter, I'm not sure who should get the honor. Was it Miss Caroline Miller or was it Cobb County? I guess you guys will have to let me know. Let's go back to the beginning, shall we?
Cobb County mother tells Atlanta News First she lived every parent's worst nightmare after police say someone tried to kidnap her child.
Atlanta News First, Bridget Spencer's live tonight at the Cobb County Jail. Bridget, this happened while they were at a Walmart.
Blair and Carly, this certainly is something this mother would like to forget. Tonight I talked to her and she walked us through those terrifying moments where she thought she was going to lose her child.
Did someone try to take you from Mommy?
Yeah.
Caroline Miller's trip to Walmart last week with her two children, Nova and Jude, started off pretty normal.
Nova, of course, wanted to ride the little motorized cart, so that's what we got on, and it actually ended up breaking down.
She says a man then walked over to her in one of the aisles.
So that's when the man came up to me and asked, do you know where the Tylenol is? And I was like, oh, it's over there. And as soon as I did that, that's when he just picked him up out of my arms.
Miller says she then played a terrifying game of tug of war for about 10 seconds, which felt like an eternity.
And then he just stared at me and then goes, oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me.
Police say it was this man, 56-year-old Mahendra Patel. Ackworth police tracked him down and arrested him after he left the Walmart. 2-year-old Jude was not hurt, and his sister was unharmed as well, something Miller is grateful for today.
There really are people out here in a mile radius of us right now that have ill intentions, that are targeting people, that are planning to do these things. Just be prepared for it when it does.
Now, we're going to go back to that video. Don't worry. But one thing to keep in mind here is that police didn't see this. This wasn't reported in the moment. They watched the footage to track him down, to arrest him, which means to figure out exactly who he was, they watched the footage. Keep that in mind.
New information this afternoon about a man accused of trying to snatch a 2-year-old from an Ackworth Walmart.
That's right. Police say 56-year-old Mahendra Patel tried grabbing that toddler from the mother's lap while the two were sitting in a motorized scooter.
So frightening. Yeah. And our Chase Howells learned today that Patel owns several buildings throughout the area, including one that houses a daycare.
It was unreal because I never knew that he was like that.
Angelia Benson has owned her daycare in Kennesaw for close to 15 years now. She says in 2018, the building it's in was sold to Mahendra Patel, the same man accused of trying to kidnap a 2-year-old from an Ackworth Walmart.
He has no part of my business. He's just my landlord, and that's what he's been.
Benson says Patel has never had unsupervised access to her daycare, let alone around the kids.
Whenever he would enter the building, you know, myself or management that I have in place, my husband, we would walk through with him most when he came. Normally when he would come, he would just come in and pick up his payment and he's back out the door.
According to the Cobb County Tax Assessor's website, Patel doesn't just own this building here behind me, but he also owns several different rental properties throughout the area.
He's on a gas station, hotels. I know previous conversation, he sold them, but I know he has multiple properties in Kennesaw, Cobb County.
But one thing Benson wants to make clear, Patel's actions don't reflect her values or what she stands for. Parents even rallying around her by putting up this tarp to shield the kids ahead of pickup.
I just want, parents to know that, we care and, we just don't let anybody in our school. This is hard for me. It's hard.
Okay, so this man was located, he was arrested, and now we're looking into his business records and the buildings that he owns, and they've gone so far as to shielding the kids during pickup in the building he owns because it's a daycare. That's where that went. Well, let's look at the footage now, shall we? The same footage that the police saw before they set all of this in motion.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
This dramatic 911 call detailing what sounds like every parent's worst nightmare.
It all happened so fast and he was out of the store.
It allegedly happened here at this Walmart outside Atlanta. This security footage shows a woman identified in a police report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her 2 kids when a man approached. But what happens next is at the center of a kidnapping case that has drawn international attention. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away. Miller did not return NBC's request for comment, but detailed the alleged struggle to local station Atlanta News First.
And I'm like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I got him back, and then he just stared at me and then goes, oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me, which was weird. That didn't make any sense. And then he just walked off.
No, that didn't make any sense. I wonder if the police thought the same when you told them that story first. I'm assuming you told them that story or something worse, because this was what you came up with to tell the news media. You're right about that. That didn't make any sense.
That man was eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Patel.
Now notice, that is the first time that we have seen a photo of him that wasn't the mugshot. Yeah, I thought he just walking around looking like the mugshot this whole time. That's the first time we've seen a photo of him that wasn't the mugshot. But I look like we're using headshots of her though. Yeah, I think I saw those on the wall last time I got my professional photos taken. Let's keep that in mind.
A real estate investor, retired engineer, husband, and father of 2. Police arrested him and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery. He's been in jail now for nearly 6 weeks. But now Miller's account is very much in dispute.
When I finally got the video, I was upset that Mr. Patel was still in jail.
Patel's attorney, Ashley Merchant, says the evidence in this case shows something very different.
Walk me through what that video showed when you finally were able to see it.
I see the video and I'm like, how has this happened? How was he even arrested?
Merchant provided NBC News with over 9 hours of surveillance video from various cameras inside that Walmart. In the video, you can see Patel approach Miller. According to the police report, Miller says Patel asked her where the Tylenol was. Merchant says that as Miller stands up to point to where the Tylenol was.
I'm sorry, did you say stands up? As she stands up to say where the Tylenol was? But she's in a scooter, but she's in a mobility.
Her 2-year-old son slips from her lap. Patel says he tried to help stabilize the toddler. Miller alleged something different in that 911 call.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
After that, the video shows Patel walking off, and he's later seen approaching Miller one more time to show her that he found the Tylenol. She appears to give him a thumbs up.
Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me. What is the more absurd? What is the more absurd observation? That the guy who just tried to kidnap your toddler continued on with his shopping trip? That he decided the attempted kidnapping was the beginning of the shopping trip? And then that didn't work out, so he just gonna go up, well, I can see the Tylenol from here. I might as well get it before I go about my getaway. That, or the fact that he reapproached you, showed you the Tylenol, and you gave him the thumbs up. I have never seen the thumbs up be the response to you just tried to kidnap my baby. I know people react to trauma in a lot of different ways. Like, you can't say, like, oh, well, this happened or didn't happen, because sometimes people are in shock. A thumbs up to him showing you the Tylenol. Now here's where it gets really crazy. I don't know where you landed on what was the more absurd. The attempted kidnapping and then going to get the Tylenol, and then he paid for it. I'm assuming he didn't steal it, so he waited in line to pay for it and then made his dramatic getaway. I don't know whether that is more absurd or the thumbs up is more absurd, but guess what? It doesn't matter, because both happened and the police saw it all. Y'all saw both of those and still decided to go get this man. What'd you say? A real estate investor, retired engineer, and father of two? Oh, that doesn't matter. What did the blonde lady say?
I'm surprised that she would describe it as someone trying to take her child, because it's so obvious that it wasn't.
Now, almost 45,000 people have signed a Change.org petition calling for justice for Patel.
And what was his original reaction when he got arrested? Because he probably did not see that coming at all.
He was shocked. He could not believe it. Angry.
Hasmukh Patel has been friends with Mahendra Patel for almost 40 years. He's been talking to him on the phone every day from jail.
Wait, from jail? Like, so he'd been in jail. Not only did they go arrest, he just been sitting in jail while you have this footage. He's just been sitting in jail. No doubt being approached on a regular basis with, well, you could just go home if you plead, because I know how that game goes.
He cannot believe it that he's in for the things that he did not commit.
The Acworth Police Department did not respond to NBC's request for an interview.
Oh, no, they need to. No, they need, because you know what? For the public safety. For the public safety, because apparently you cannot communicate with strangers or by Tylenol. I don't know exactly what so we need to know what y'all saw when y'all watched this video that made you think, yeah, let's go get him and keep him in jail. We all need to know.
But we went to the Cobb County District Attorney's office, and a spokesperson told us there's a lot more to the story, but because it's a pending investigation, we can't comment.
Well, see, the thing is, a lot of times when y'all get footage, it be doctored, you know what I mean? So it don't show the full footage, of, you know what I mean? So y'all actually have the full footage, but there was stuff we wanted to put in the footage. You know what I mean? So we got a couple of stitches that we didn't get through. Our forensic experts haven't gotten through stitching the footage to put the stuff in. You know what I mean? But we'll get it to you when we're ready. We'll get it to you. It's a lot more to the story. Word. Oh, no, wait. There actually is a lot more to the story, because we're going to get into this whole mobility scooter issue, and we're going to get into her history. How about that? How about that, Cobb County? It is a lot more to the story now, isn't it?
For now, Merchant and Patel's friend says he's angry but is willing to fight these charges until he can clear his name.
I mean, imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do something and then having a video that shows you didn't do anything, but hearing that your government is still going to keep you in jail.
It's actually disgusting. It's quite frankly disgusting. And it's one of the reasons why, as much as, and this came up on my live a few weeks ago, as much as the police get so much smoke when it comes to injustice, there can be more smoke that goes to more places. Because some of these DA offices and prosecutors that make these kinds of decisions,
Now you see him, he's walking to the pharmacy section. This is the pharmacy section. And now this is when he actually interacts for the first time with Miss Miller. So that's Miss Miller in the cart, in the scooter. The first time that they've met, and they're talking about the Tylenol. And so the gentleman, you can see a gentleman in an orange shirt behind them. That's the gentleman I was talking about. That's the witness. His name is Mr. Leyva.
All right.
He's the one that later assists.
All right.
And witnessed the whole thing. So this is the other view, so you can see how close Mr. Leyva is. And behind this display cart is that's when you can see the beginning of Miss Miller's cart. So the incident, the alleged incident, is happening now. Here's the other view of it, flipping back so you can see both views. That's the alleged incident right there. Then she points. He moves on, goes to get the Tylenol. She backs up into the display cart. She's laughing, joking with this gentleman. This is literally a split second after this alleged kidnapping.
So you mean to tell me not only did she give the thumbs up to the guy who allegedly almost kidnapped her baby, she's laughing with a different guy immediately after that, and y'all saw? It is more to the story. Cobb County was right. It is more to the story. She laughing with another guy after her baby was almost allegedly kidnapped. And how about this? So his story is that you were unsteady on the cart, which, by the way, was a cart that you didn't need. It's not a cart that you use on a regular basis. You decided to get the cart because the babies like to ride on the cart. So you perpetrating a fraud from the word go, and they know this. They all know. We're all aware that you perpetrating a fraud from the word go. Hopefully nobody was affected and had to wait for a free cart because you out here freewheeling it through the Walmart. Number one. Number two, his story is you were unsteady on the cart. The baby was about to fall off, and here I am trying to help make sure the baby doesn't fall and steady the baby on the cart. And you mean to tell me immediately afterwards she knocked over another display? What are we doing? What are we actually doing?
You see her child kind of get off the cart. She runs over the child's foot. The guy jumps in to help. She was having trouble with the cart. I mean, everybody says that.
She ran over her baby's foot. She ran over her baby's foot with the cart, and the other guy had to come help. That guy better thank his lucky stars. He better thank his lucky stars. Or maybe after she left, she went and thought through her options. Who should I accuse? You know what? I know how Cobb County police do. They'll get the brown dude by the night.
All of this is after this alleged kidnapping has taken place. There's Mr. Patel entering the video again. You see him walking past. He talks with this guy that's witnessed this alleged kidnapping. Miss Miller's right there. Doesn't say a word. She's puttering along in her cart. He's chatting with this gentleman, asking about the Tylenol.
And let's also keep in mind, as the gentleman who helped her, or let's say as potential suspect number two, for the baby kidnapping, was interacting with her, potential suspect number one comes back in a moment where she might have felt in peril. She could communicate to potential suspect number two exactly what just happened. Did that occur? While she's keying it and he's showing her the Tylenol and she giving him the thumbs up, potential suspect number two is right there.
The state in one of their pleadings pointed out that he did not tell the police specifically that he thought the child was falling, but nobody asked him that either. He also said that they didn't ask him if he told Miller immediately that he was trying to help her. But what he explained was that Miller didn't want his help. As soon as he realized that, he stopped, put his hands back in his pocket, and moved on. So we're talking a few seconds here, and he's trying to help. She says she doesn't want his help. He pulls back. You can see it, and you can see it on the video.
Now, let me get this straight. So she's struggling with the cart that she doesn't need. He offers to help. She pulls back and says she doesn't want his help. But she gladly accepted the help from potential suspect number two. She gladly accepted the help from Orange Shirt. Then all of a sudden we get this story about him for something that Orange Shirt also did, but he's potential. Yeah. I don't think we need to make a decision between Cobb County and Caroline Miller. I think we can do both. Yeah, I think we can do both. Now, there is some semi-good news. There's some semi-good news in this particular case, and that is the judge granted bond after the lawyer showed this video. Said the judge, I'm going to grant this man the bond. He's entitled to that.
I'm going to grant this man a bond. He's entitled to a bond based upon even the allegations of the state. His history here, he owns property, you said, in the Harrison district. He's educated, he's retired, manages properties, plural, apparently. He's married, he's in the Kiwanis Club. I mean, he's got all that he needs to show me that he's a member of our community and that he has ties to the community. I don't believe he poses a risk to the community. The evidence from the video, and I won't comment on what I think the video really shows as far as guilt or innocence. It's not my job today. But the facts do show me that he hung around, and I don't find that he's a flight risk based upon what I saw in the video and what was just, I'll receive it as a proffer from counsel about him hanging around. I'm not concerned that the police didn't get him the same day because he's presumed innocent, and innocent people don't worry about the police coming to get him. So that didn't bother me.
Now, I'm annoyed that he's even in this situation in the first place. When we have this video, I'm annoyed he was even arrested in the first place when we have this video. But at least he's not in jail. So I guess we can at least be happy about that. And the kind of person that would express some gratitude about still having to fight these charges but not being in jail when you try to be a good Samaritan. But this lady is the kind of gentleman that we're talking about here.
How does it feel?
I feel great. It's a freedom that's called now. Finally, I'm out.
So happy to be out.
So happy to be out. It feels great. It feels great. It could not happen without all these guys right here in my circle. You didn't help me.
What was it like all that time, those 6 weeks you were in there?
Well, you know, I'm a perseverance guy, so you got to take it one day at a time. A lot of ups and downs in the days, but I knew we had a team outside helping me. So one day we'll see the light out, and then we see it today.
What was your reaction when you got arrested?
I said that, you know, I cannot even dream about somebody alleging me for doing this kind of thing. Forget about me dreaming to do this. So it was a shocker. In fact, I didn't even realize why they were arresting me in the first place. And they took me in Ackworth, and that's when I realized that this is what it was all about. I thought they had a wrong guy or something. So we had no idea.
I saw you do the namaste when you came out.
Yes, I do.
Do you feel like any of this has to do with race at all?
I don't want to comment that. I mean, it's a very sensitive issue. I know. I don't know what goes through the mind of people when they do that. We don't play racism in our life. We take it whatever the card we get in. But I was reading a Bhagavad Gita actually inside, okay, which is a Hindu scripture, you know it. And then when I was coming out, one of the inmate, who's a white inmate there, he said, "Can I get this Gita? Can I get this Gita?" I said, Of course I can. You can get a Gita. We'll send you 10 of them if you want to. So they were reading as well, and I think it's a bigger thing God put me in. I don't know why they just picked me out of the road and put me over there for 47 days. We'll figure it out. We'll pray for it and see what his message is, what they want me to do.
How excited are you to actually clear your name, be out there in front of it now?
Well, we haven't cleared yet. We still have to go. I think this is the first step in the right direction. I think it goes beyond me, actually, that, you know, you are innocent until you are proven guilty.
How do you feel about what Caroline Miller is saying about you?
I don't know. I don't feel grievance about other people. That's what it is. You know, we take it positively, everything in life, and whatever comes to, it's her karma that she will have to keep up with whatever she did, and we go about our life. But again, I wanted to thank all of them. It would never have happened because of this lady right here.
Are you hoping the DA will drop the charges?
When first day she came, we were like, you have no idea what is going on outside, but we got to change your image over here.
It's just such a wrong.
First few days were not good for our family and everybody, but we quickly turned around, and I'm so grateful for not only Atlantans who came out inside and outside today, but also so many people from online, all across the country and out of country, in other countries as well, supported us all over in social media, and I could not be thankful for more.
Now here's where it gets really crazy. Why have we heard from Mr. Patel before we've heard more from Caroline Miller? Yeah, why have we heard from the guy who was in jail before we've heard more? We haven't heard from her since the footage came out. She done gone MIA. Matter of fact, she didn't even attend the bond hearing for the guy she claims tried to kidnap her baby. I thought we was out for justice. We was doing all of the news interviews like we got a grand opening cafe downtown, just trying to get all the attention we possibly can. Now the video comes out and somebody is declining to participate further. How about that? I can tell you this though, you do need to send a representative to come get your racist of the week. Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. I made up my mind when I saw green shirt, when I saw orange shirt. When I saw orange shirt, potential suspect number 2, you can go ahead and come get yours. As far as y'all, Cobb County, for us even being in this situation in the first place, y'all can send a representative as well. Matter of fact, Ackworth, where this Walmart happened, ain't that where Marjorie Taylor Greene was? Ain't that where Marjorie Taylor Greene got shouted down? I know who you should send. I know who y'all should. Go ahead and send her. Go ahead and send her on down and get your race of the week, and she will deliver it to you promptly. Congratulations. And don't worry, we'll be back here again. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to give us a like and a share if you are so inclined. And I know a number of you guys are not subscribed. And And I know that because it tells me. Yeah, I can go right there and it tells me how many are not subscribed. And I feel like if I'm subscribed to magazines in 2025, which was not intentional, I don't know why they be showing up to my house, but I am subscribed to magazines in 2025. I invite you to subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing. All you got to do is hit the button.
I dare you. I double dare you, mother.
And I want to give a special shout out to all the members who joined our last Members Live. It was a bit impromptu last minute, but y'all showed up and showed out.
But then the early 90s, though. The early 90s. What you want to do with rayon? What you want to do with rayon party shirts? And hammer pants.
And if you want to join the fun, there is a link to membership in the description box to all the videos where you'll see options for shallow water and deep water and troubled water. You also have further options if you would like to get those benefits. They are also available in our newly launched Patreon, where you'll see deep water and troubled water, which offers all the same benefits of membership here on YouTube, but also includes the newsletter, Wednesday Waters, which goes out once a week, as well as our community chats. And let me say, I had no idea how much y'all were into gardening till I got on those community chats. It's basically like a premier chat that never ends. You can sign up for that at patreon.com/ReeseWaters. And last but not least, I want to show some love, as I've done the last few weeks, starting with Dank and then Deshauna and City Dawn, to my girl Roberta, who sent me this photo of her and her crispy, discouraged, depleted, but never defeated t-shirt, which I thought was a message that probably described how I came into this new Trump administration.
God, if you listen, help! I can't take it no more.
And yet we soldier on. You can catch that as well as a lot more other options of merch available on my website, ReeseWatersTips.com. But I gotta thank Roberta as well as all of you for showing so much love to the channel.